Hello, this is Justin with Green Residential. In this video, I'd like to talk about filing insurance claims for homeowners. Now, we recently had a hurricane come through in the Texas area, which did a lot of damage, Hurricane Beryl. Maybe your house has suffered damage from this storm. So, what I want to talk about is what you should be aware of in your homeowner's insurance policy before you make any claim. Let's get started. So I am an insurance adjuster, and there are a few key aspects to an insurance policy that I believe you should be aware of before you make any claim. Now, your policy could be slightly different from your neighbor's, but overall, they have a lot in common. Now, we're talking about single-family residential houses. We're not talking commercial or apartment complexes or anything like that, and condos, things like that. Those are different policies. For the single-family residential house, what I'm going to present applies to you, even though your policy may be slightly different from your neighbor's. So, first off, there are different parts to your insurance policy that you should be aware of. The key part of the heart of your insurance policy, I would say, is your coverage A. That includes your dwelling. So this is where the largest chunk of money exists in your homeowner's insurance policy. There's another part of your insurance policy that you should be aware of, and that is additional living expenses. So say your house has been damaged and you're not able to live in it while it's being repaired. Additional living expenses would kick in, and that could help cover the cost of hotels, etc., while your house is being repaired. There's another key thing to understand. Your insurance policy is your rule book. It's what your insurance company is going to go by, the adjuster is going to go by. So it really behooves you to understand, at least have a bird's eye view understanding of it. Now, the other important thing is what type of coverage you have. So there's two basic types of coverage. There's replacement cost and there's actual cash value. So replacement costs, let's say you went through Hurricane Beryl and your roof has been damaged, wind blew your shingles all over the place. Well, if you have a replacement cost clause, or your homeowner's insurance includes replacement cost, if it's 10 years old, if it's 20 years old, your roof, it's going to be replaced. It's going to be like it never happened. If you have actual cash value, say that same roof has a lifespan of maybe 20 years and it is now 10 years old, Beryl came through, damaged your roof, you make an insurance claim, it gets approved. Well, in this case, they're going to give you half the value of that roof. So they're going to deduct a little bit every year, and if your roof is a 20-year roof and it's existed for 10 years, well, you're going to get 50% of the value of that roof. So why doesn't everyone have replacement costs? Well, replacement costs are more expensive. They make your premiums go up. So a lot of people have actual cash value. So that is something you should understand. So if you do make a claim, you probably want to do the math. Another thing that you're going to need to know is, on top of that, you also have a deductible. Now, that deductible can change depending on what's happening. So, for instance, a deductible for a hurricane may be different for just a normal wind event. That brings us to the final thing: what is covered? So, if you had water seep into your house, that actually, believe it or not, is not covered. That's flood. And flooding is not usually covered in your standard homeowner's insurance. That's a separate thing. So if you had separate flood insurance, it would be covered potentially. But under your standard homeowner's insurance, that would not be covered. But say it was wind that blew off your shingles and water entered into your house, causing damage to the interior. Well, wind is covered. So that water coming in and damaging the interior of your house would still be covered because the wind caused the damage. So understanding what is covered and what is not covered is also really important. To finish this, I would recommend contacting your insurance agent, explain your situation, find out what the basics are of your policy and do the math. It may not make sense to make a claim, or maybe it does make sense to make a claim. Find out what you could potentially get, what your deductible is, all those things. Those are key things to know. You don't want to file a claim and then realize or be disappointed that you have a 20-year roof and it's 15 years old and you're only going to get a small portion at the end of the day, and your deductible was a large amount. So knowing all those numbers is vital before you make your claim. Well, I hope this video was helpful. If you did find it helpful, it'd be much appreciated if you hit that thumbs up button. You know, we put out videos like this on a regular basis. They include simple repairs that many homeowners can do themselves. We also include home knowledge, and in this case, insurance knowledge. So if you're not a subscriber yet, I recommend hitting that subscribe button. I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a good day, and bye for now.